Well, again, I'd like to welcome you to the class. In this video, what I'd like to do is go through the first couple of parts of this learning management system, discuss a little bit about how the course is going to be run, how the assignments work. So obviously you're in the class. When you are in the class, you'll start to see some links that you can go to. Let me turn this off so you only see what there you go. So again, you'll see some links. Eventually, when you get here, you'll actually see here's the welcome from me. And again, when you click on these, you'll watch a video. So if you click on here, it'll open a video window. When you turn the video window on,
well, welcome to the
you'll start to
managerial finance course.
Somebody gives some discussion, and that somebody happens to be me.
What I'd like to do is just.
But and there's one here also for something called the flipped classroom concept. Now, when you actually open this, you'll actually see another one that's right in between these two that will say course experience. That's what I'm recording right now. But as we go down the list, the next thing you come across is the module for the course. And again, these are all clicks. So when you click on them, you should see ultimately the course. Now, it's a PDF document. So if you want to save this document, you can use the save button right there. Let's continue on. For the most part, the back arrow helps you navigate through this system. I would also like you to download the Excel spreadsheet. So when you click on this spreadsheet, you'll see that down here in the lower left corner, it will start to download the spreadsheet itself. When that spreadsheet is then open, or downloaded, excuse me, you can open that spreadsheet. And when you open the spreadsheet, this is I don't know exactly where it will open, but there will always be some buttons up here that ask you about enabling things. Enable everything that comes up. Typically, there are two questions. Enable editing and then enable macros. So go ahead and enable them both. And if you do so, you can do Control, Shift, and F. Oops, I'm sorry. Now it's not working. I apologize. If you go to the bottom here, you'll be able to find all of these worksheets that we'll be using in this class. So you can go back and ultimately find those worksheets. And I apologize. The reason that didn't work was I opened the wrong spreadsheet. So let me open the spreadsheet that I wanted, which was this spreadsheet. And again, I apologize. The spreadsheet that we're going to, and here you can see here, you want to enable editing. And now, again, if you do Control F, that will take you back to the very front page. Here's the FINANS630. Here are the worksheets that we're going to use in the various chapters. Again, if that doesn't work, if the macros doesn't work, each one of these tabs here, each one of these cells are actually buttons. They're buttons that will take you somewhere. So if you're going to do financial statement analysis, click in it and it will take you to this particular worksheet. Again, if that doesn't work, don't worry, it's not that big of a deal. The macros, those buttons only navigate. So all of the spreadsheets will be identified, and you'll be able to find them here. They are all in here in alphabetical order. So we'll talk about the spreadsheet as we go through some of the course. The next piece would be the first discussion forum. And when you click on one of these forums, on the questions, again, it asks you, as you can see, some people have started to respond to this. So you'll respond to that discussion. And we'll discuss that when we get to the next chapter. This is just briefly, tell me about the company you work for, the career position you currently have, and the career that you would like to attain. So again, use the back arrow, and now we're back, and we're going to start to talk about some resource materials. Now in this class, there are no structured group activities. However, I think with respect to the study guides we're going to talk about and some of the research, it might be wise to get together with your group members so that you can solve some issues that you may be having. The next guidelines here, the next tabs, are all resources that are available for you. The first one is what's referred to as the big blue button. And if for some reason we need to have office hours, or if for some reason you as a group would like to have a virtual office time, if you ask me, I can set this up so that you can have a virtual meeting with your group members. This is a rather new learning management system, and we're just getting to acquainted with it as much as you are. So we'll have to see exactly how that works, but we can get some answers. The next thing I would like you to do is you need to connect this learning management system to what's called My Finance Lab. And how you do that is you click on this Mastering Tools button. When you click on this Mastering Tools button, it will take you to a site, and of course here you see there are some student links, also some instructor links, but you're going to go to the student links. Now I'm already in the course, so you won't see this, but there will be a link here that instructs you or talks about joining or registering for the class. When you click on that link, it will take you to the Pearson site, the My Finance Lab site, and you will try to find the student register as a student site. When you click on that, the course ID that was provided to you, typically it'll start with Byerly, my last name, and then there'll be 5 or 6 digits. That's the course ID. When you insert that course ID, it's going to ask you for some personal information, passwords, etc. And then it's going to ask you for a code that comes from that card that you got with your book. So when you open that card, when you open that up, you'll see that there is some numbers there. So until you get to this point, you don't need that card, and then of course after you've signed up, you won't need that card anymore. So now we'll go back to the site. I've also provided 2 other aspects of this course for you. The first is the Pearson E-Text. If you happen to be traveling, etc., and you'd like to read a chapter in the book, when you click on the Pearson text link here, it will take you to the ebook for the course. Once that loads up, then you'll have access to all the chapters in the textbook that we'll be using. And of course, you can read them. It will allow you to highlight, underline. You can insert notes if you would like. You might want to play with that. Here's a highlighting tool here. Here's your note tool. But in the end, you can actually even print the notes so that you can combine them with other course notes, etc. that you might have. And again, it's just another source for you to use. In addition, there's also a study plan. When you go to the study plan, and again, I'll tell you that some of the connections are not quite as smooth as others, but when you go here, you can view all the chapters that are in the study plan. So when you click on the study plan, here are the chapters of the text, and then you would just click on, I'd like to do a little studying for chapter 1, and here are some problems, etc., for you to answer and quiz for that. You can even, these are problems, you can even go up here and go to Quiz Me and take a quiz to see how well you know those materials. Again, those 2 sites are really there for your use if you decide you'd like to use them. As we move into the actual course, each course will have a link so that if you would like to ask me a question, you don't understand the assignment, you need some other guidance, you can click on this and it will send, in the form of a discussion question, it will send me your request for more information. Next, each chapter is going, or each week of assignments is going to have a research assignment. So when we click on this research assignment, and by the way, I'm going to provide a video of how to complete this research assignment. It will download a Word document. You'll open that document, complete it, and then as you'll see below, you will upload that back to me, the instructor. Next, many chapters will have some Excel videos that might help you understand some material a little bit better. They'll be instructional in nature. But again, those are there to help you and assist in working with some of the homework problems and or the research assignments. Following this, every week there'll be a discussion question. This particular week, we're going to be doing a reading. So when you click on the discussion forum, right, it will open up and you will see here is the article that I would like you to read. Now this is a PDF document, so of course you can download and save it and take notes on it, do whatever you'd like to do. But here is the question for the discussion question. In this article they talk about two different theories on compensation, and what I'd like you to do is discuss those theories and then also discuss whether or not you think either of them is a problem, whether the compensation theory is even a question. So again, that's the download. You will then answer that discussion. Here's where it says Week 1 Discussion Forum 1. This is where you will provide your answer to the question. Following that, each week, there will obviously be some chapters. And I really don't care how you proceed at this point with the material as far as the chapters themselves. I personally would like to watch the lecture first and then read the text. It really doesn't matter. That's a personal preference. The PowerPoint here goes along with this lecture. So if you're going to watch the lecture, I would download the PowerPoint, and from that PowerPoint you can take notes, etc. about the lecture. The next piece is the study guide itself. And if you look at this study guide, it provides you some places. Let me get in this spot here. It provides you some places to input some data. So as you go down the study guide, you'll find some boxes. If it has black print in, what I would like you to do is to answer those questions to the best of your ability. You should be able to find the answers to these questions in the readings of the textbook, or also in the lecture itself. So you should be able to answer those. If you have some questions about how to answer them, it would be a good time to get together with your group and discuss some of those things that you're having some issues with. When you've completed the study guide to the best of your ability, again, you're going to upload that. So let's proceed down now to the end of the course, or the end of the week, where you're going to start to submit your data. Now I will tell you that any of this data can be submitted or completed anytime prior to Sunday, but everything is due by Sunday at midnight. So if you want to take the Chapter 1 quiz, when you click on the quiz, you'll see it opens another box, and you'll be able to click on here to take the quiz. It'll say, oh, you're going to start this quiz, you're ready to start. Now when you start this quiz, there'll be a timer. There's 60 minutes to take the quiz. In addition, you can take this quiz, the first one, 2 times. In fact, if we go back to that spot, I'm going to have to go actually in again. But if we go back, if we go to chapter quiz, chapter 1 quiz, you'll see you can take it 2 times. You can take chapter 3 2 times. But then after that, all the rest of the quizzes, you'll be able to only take them 1 time. You will do the exact same thing with the homework chapters. So with the homework chapters, again, when you click on that, now unfortunately it's not going to be an identical process. In this case, the homework assignment takes you to the home page of the Finance Lab website. Now you can see here that it's open. It says do homework. So when you click on the homework assignment, that's where you'll see which homework assignments you need to complete for the week and their due date. Hopefully that comes a little bit clearer. Again, one of the things I can tell you, there's just a bit of a lack of seamlessness, if you will, with respect to some of these spreadsheet or the My Finance Lab documents. So again, for the end of the week, by Sunday, you'll complete the quizzes and the homeworks. Here's where you actually update the study guide. So when you click on that, it'll give you a place, and again, it gives you a submission. You can add your submission. So when you click on that, it will give you a place to put the file. And this is a drag and drop thing. So if you have the file is in your on your laptop, you'll just drag it here and you'll save changes, and that will then be submitted to the instructor of the course. You will do that, again, as you can see, you'll do that for the 4 assignments here. So that is in essence how the course is going to work. We're going to go kind of slow and steady. There will only be 1 discussion question per week. So it's going to be a fairly a longer type of a discussion forum than just an opinion or an analysis kind of a question. And the next video that you will watch will be the introduction to the course. When you get a little bit further along, when we get down to the assignment here, you will actually see a video right below here, right below the week 1 research. There will be a video there, and that will be the video instructions on how to complete the research. So that's in essence how the course works. Remember, you can always contact me via the Thomas More Business Department, 859-344-3621. And of course, I'm always available via email. I will tell you, though, that Vmail is not instant messaging. I will get back as soon as I possibly can. Look forward to discussing some finance topics the next couple of times we have videos.